Yo, what is good, everybody? I'm back, and we are here for PDD Week 4. This is kind of a must-win situation. So we're playing Gravy, who most of y'all that are watching this channel probably already know. Very, very, very good player. Very respected player in the Pokemon draft community. Somebody that I love absolutely watching their content. And I've learned a ton from just kind of watching their content and seeing how they battle, see how they go about things, see how they prep and all that stuff. So very excited to be playing Gravy. That said, they have a very, very scary team. Don't let the fact that they are 0-3 fool you. Their team is very good, and I think they just had a couple of different things, like life things happening, so they weren't able to sort of put the full attention to Mons in general that they could have been, but it's all good. I will not be taking their record into account when playing here, because I know they're a very good player. So that said, we have a pretty interesting team this week. I think the priority here is to get hazards up. So we want to make sure that we get hazards up with the Cleavor, but I'll kind of go through the entire team, and then we can start to talk about the strategy. So first, we got Explosion, the Electro Hisui, and we are Boots this week. I did switch this kind of last minute, so we are going to be the Terra Ice for Terra Blast. The reason I'm doing that is because, honestly, most of his team gets hit by Electric and Ice coverage. Like, Volt Beam coverage is really good here, and I want to have Volt Switch just in case to be able to switch out. And then, in case he is banded with the Slither Wing that he has, I want to make sure I have Protect so that it can't come in and, like, immediately revenge us. So there is that, and we are Aftermath just in case something does get a kill. We can kind of, like, something like the Slither Wing or Torn on a U-turn, potentially. Mostly, I don't know why I said Torn. Torn could be U-turning around, and I think that is something that he's going to use Torn for, is just kind of a general pivot here. But in general, I'm thinking this is nice for the Azu and for the Slither Wing. So that is definitely something to keep in mind. Next, we have one of the new team additions. We have Roomba, the Revavroom. This thing is Air Balloon, and I went back and forth on the moveset. So Iron Head and Poison Jab are really good here. I went with Magnet Rise just in case the Sandy Shocks does come, as well as the fact that if I do switch this thing in, I want to be able to click Magnet Rise on the Glamora if it's not Scarfed. So that'll make it so that this thing is a soft check to Glamora, which is really nice. It'll also be able to soak up the T-Spikes, because my team is pretty T-Spikes weak, especially because I'm not bringing Boots on the Slowking, which you'll see in a little bit. So yeah, I figured this would be good. I expect Dragapult will be Infiltrator, not Clear Body, so anything coming in on the Parting Shot, I would be able to Parting Shot out, and having Parting Shot to like lower attack and special attack to be able to go into something like Dragonite to set up to try to win, or even to go into Iron Valiant to just kind of start punching holes in things is really great. So that's kind of my thinking there. Next, we have, and I switched up the nicknames a little bit. So we've got Spyro, the Dragonite, and we are a fairly standard DD set. This DD set is going to be 2 points faster than 2 points or 1 point, 1 or 2 points faster than Dragapult. I think it's 2 points. I think it hits 423. So yeah, 2 points faster than Dragapult, which is really nice. We have Dragon Claw to just be able to hit most things. We do have Thunder Punch because that's going to be really important for the Azumarill, and E-Speed is just nice to kind of clean things up late game. We are multi-scale, and ideally we'll just be able to get a DD up relatively late game and be able to get this thing going. So in order for that to work, we're gonna need the Batosai, the Iron Valiant, to really kind of break this team well, and I need to position it well. I have been playing Iron Valiant pretty poorly. I'm gonna be honest. Like, the team has felt good. Obviously, we're 1-2. The team has felt good. I just have been either playing or prepping poorly. Last week, I definitely wish I would have slowed down, because that would have definitely helped me. But, you know, it happens. But anyway, I am trying to get out of the mindset that this thing is solely a cleaner. So I am bringing it specs this week to just kind of try to punch holes into his team. If we can set this thing up freely, it should be able to pick up at least a kill, probably more than that, because it just hits very, very hard. And it does have respectable defenses. So we do have some bulk because his team is so fast that, like, we weren't going to be outspeeding. We weren't going to be outspeeding Torn or Dragapult with this thing unless I was booster energy, and I really liked having specs there. The one thing that that is a little weird, so I have knockoff, and the reason I have knockoff is because I want to be able to catch the potential AV, what is that thing called? Meloetta. I want to be able to catch a potential AV Meloetta switching into this, because AV Meloetta is a pretty decent switch into this. So if I can knock that off, and that'll do somewhere in the like 50-ish% range, after that, this thing really doesn't have switch-ins. So between Moonblast, Psyshock, Aura Sphere, like, really doesn't have switch-ins. Like, I think the only thing that's taking Moonblast pretty comfortably is going to be like AV Berserker, and I'm okay with that if Berserker's coming to this game. Like, obviously Berserker's a little annoying to deal with this team, specifically with this version of the team, but if AV Berserker comes, then, like, hey, AV Berserker's here, and then we'll be able to kind of play around because we'll know that, and we have Aura Sphere for it. So overall, I'm feeling pretty good about Iron Valiant in this matchup. And again, I do have some bulk. It does live some physical attacks, which is nice. And we have enough speed to outspeed the Pyroar. So we'll see what happens. Next, we have the Slowking. So we have Jimmy Neutron again. This is actually a set. I was talking to Shaded, and he suggested this. So we'll see if this works out well. We are AV, and it's max defense with AV. So one, that'll tilt some calcs in some weird ways, I think, because that is just kind of weird to calc. Two, I think the really nice thing here is psychic coverage does really well here. Especially if Meloetta, which is effectively Gravy's dark type, is Terra Dark. Like, if Meloetta is Terra Dark, then I feel a little bit less worried. It could very well be Terra Fairy, but we'll see. But anyway, Psychic, Water, and Fighting hit the entire team pretty well. Of the mons that are coming, I don't think anything other than... When I say the mons that are coming, the mons that I think are coming, I should say. Of the mons I think are coming, I don't think anything will resist this other than the Meloetta. If the Berserker comes, it would also be a resist to everything except focus, or it would resist the Psychic moves. So it would give him another switch in. But hey, we'll see what happens. Overall, like I said, I think that this thing is going to do really well. It is Regenerator just to make sure it's getting health back. We do have to make sure that we do not let T-Spikes go down and get this thing poisoned. That is my biggest fear, is getting Slowking poisoned, because if Slowking gets poisoned, calcs start to tilt out of my favor. But right now, this thing's in a place where it can comfortably, like, live a hit from Banded Azu. It can also comfortably live hits from, like, Torn and stuff like that. And honestly, a lot of these mons don't have time to set up. Like, all of my mons threaten them in some way, shape, or form. So that is really good. I think Azumarill would be really scary. I do think I switch in pretty poorly to Slitherwing outside of maybe something like the Revavroom and the Dragonite. So we'll have to see. But even still, like, after multi-scales popped, it's doing quite a bit of damage. So fingers crossed. I don't want to give up any... I don't want to give up any HP on Valiant unnecessary, but also Valiant can come in on the Slitherwing if it's already kind of not clicked U-turn and get free turns. So that is good. I'm really hoping not to see Slitherwing. Slitherwing is kind of a demon, and I don't really want to deal with it. Okay, so then last we have Chop Chop, which is the new nickname for the Cleavor. This thing is Sash. It is a Sash lead. So I'm leading with this. He has to respect Scarf, and I'm just clicking Stone Axe. If he leads with the Glamora, honestly, we just let this thing go down, and then we can come in and get a kill. That's kind of the way that I'm looking at this. So yeah, overall, like I said, this thing very, very, very good because it is going to do a chunk to the Glamora with Stone Axe. And we do have Aerial Ace for the Slitherwing. So that is also good. We do have some defense investment, and we are speed creeping the Slitherwing. So yeah, overall, like I said, I'm really excited about this. X Scissor is there just in case. Like, hopefully he sees this, respects Scarf on whatever his lead is, and switches out. Then we get a free Stone Axe. That would be dope. But I don't know if that's going to happen, especially because, like, I don't know what he comes in with. Maybe he comes in with, if he brings the Sandy Shocks, he maybe comes in with that. And then we kind of have to figure out what we want to do there. But I don't expect Sandy Shocks because Toad's Cruel is just such a good counter to it. So overall, it should be really interesting. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to this matchup. I think it is a solid matchup, and we do have a chance to win. So I will catch y'all for the actual video. All right, we're back. All right, so let's do this. This is going to be very exciting. I have never played Gray, but I know he's a super good battler. So I'm pretty excited. Pretty excited about this. And yo, anybody that's not already following him, please go hit his channel description. It'll be in the description, and go give him a follow. He's a super, super awesome dude. And just great for the Draft League community as a whole. So yeah, well, let's get into this. Let's get into this. We've said good luck, have fun, all that good stuff. No Slitherwing. That's nice. Glamora. No Azu either. Sandy Shocks does come. Okay. And no Slither. Instead, we've got Arboliva. Interesting. Okay. Well, that is, wow. I was not expecting Arboliva. So Meloetta is his Terra captain. Arboliva is an interesting one. I'm not super prepped for Arboliva, but I think Arboliva is here because of the fact that Slowking is really annoying. I think Arboliva and Sandy Shocks are probably here because Slowking is really annoying. Okay, we have our lead. I am nervous. Okay, so Torn, Pult, Arboliva, Meloetta, Sandy Shocks, Glamora. Wow, this is a very specially defensive-oriented team. So, no Azu, which is super nice, and no Slitherwing. Oh my goodness, Slitherwing scared the ever-living hell out of me. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Slitherwing was very, very scary. So, it's good to not see that thing. Because I started doing banded calcs, and they were not good. They were not good at all. Banded calcs with Slitherwing, they were not good. Okay, let's do this. We prioritize hazards. Oh, they go Sandy Shocks first. Okay. Interesting. Okay. So, I think, yeah, we just click Stone Axe here. We click Stone Axe. We'll get some information on this. We won't do a ton of damage to this, but overall, this is good. Okay, they just raw Earth Power. This should bring us down to it. Oh, 281 to 70. Okay, we do hit this. Okay, that is good. What is Sandy Shocks doing to? Is that standard? 281 to 76. That's okay. It's not max. It's pretty high though. What do I want to go into here? I wonder if they just go for another Earth Power. I'm thinking, do we let this go down here? I don't think we do. I don't think we let this go down here. I think, okay, we're gonna do this. Let's go into Roomba, and we are Air Balloon. Let's see what happens. They go for another Earth Power. Ooh, they Volt Switch. Okay. That was a good play. That was dumb of me. That was really dumb. Okay. That is good. This thing... What comes in here? Probably Torn or Pult. Dragapult coming in here would be the scariest? Torn, okay. So... That makes sense. And it is not Boots. Okay. Let's see what they go to do here. We should just click Parting Shot here. They might Heat Wave. They might U-turn. Okay, U-turn there. Okay. So... This is not Rocks. That is good to know. So we do see the U-turn come out. Something comes in here. I don't know what it's going to be, but we do get the initiative. Okay, so Sandy Shocks comes in. And I think this is honestly a good time. This thing's at -1. Earth Power is still doing a ton. Even at -1. So, oh, we should go into, yeah, we go into this. We go into this now. And I think we just Terra Blast. Yeah. Because, like, everything that's here, nothing wants to take this, right? They have to respect Energy Ball. So, yeah, I think this is good. Okay, I'm shaking some of the jitters. What's coming in here? Probably Glamora? Or, oh, Arboliva, really? That is surprising. Getting Rocks Up is so nice. Getting Rocks Up on this is so nice. Oh my goodness. This thing... Okay, so we're about to see what this thing is. So, Arboliva... This might be AV. We're about to find out. That does a decent amount. I don't think this is AV. We can Volt Switch on this. We're going to reveal that we're not choiced. Although, based on the damage, he probably knows we're not choiced. Man, I wish I would have went, like, Expert Belt or something. Ooh, the Switch. Okay. What comes in on this? Except for hazards. Yeah, this is the Glamora. Okay, so Glamora comes in. And it takes hazards. We're going to be able to Volt Switch on this. This is going to hurt us. That did nothing. Are they... Oh, no. Okay, we didn't make contact. We go into this thing. If they are Scarf, they kill us. If they're not Scarf, this should die. Okay. I should have probably clicked Parting Shot. Because now they get the initiative here, which is not great. Getting Rocks Up was so nice, though. Getting Rocks Up was so nice for us. I want to keep this around. Because we don't have our air balloon anymore. I want to keep this around, but also... I'm going to take a chance here. Because... No, I need this for Glamora. I absolutely need this for Glamora. If they get Rocks Up, they get Rocks Up. It's fine. We go into Chop Chop here. Because then afterwards, we scare this thing out with our Electrode. Electrode's doing really well. Okay, so they just raw Earth Power. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. So Sandy Shock is going to get a kill. And we lose our Cleavor, but it got Rocks Up, and that's what it was supposed to do. So Sandy Shocks... I still don't entirely know what this thing is, but we're just gonna Terra Blast because honestly, we do a ton. Man, Electrode is so good. Electrode is really good. I really like this thing. It's been really cool. I'm wondering if they're gonna sack this to get... No. Okay. So what's coming in? Audra. That's gotta be the Meloetta. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. So we're gonna see if this is AV damage. I don't think it is. No, that's definitely not AV damage. Okay, so I do have to respect this being Scarf. But I don't want to take the risk that it's Terra Dark either. Okay. So what are my options here, right? If I go into Slow King, let me calc this real quick. You know what? No, we should go hard into Slow King here. We're not going to risk anything. We go hard into Slow King. If this Calm Minds, we'll be in a little bit of a bad spot, but we're just going to go hard into Slow King here. And we'll see what happens. Ooh, the Thunderbolt read. Good read. Good read. Whew, that did a lot. I think this is Specs, because that Thunderbolt did a ton. Wow, okay. This is bad. What does this do to Electrode? We are Terra Ice. That's a lot of damage. But I think we can go back into it. I think we go back into Electrode here. I don't think we want to... Yeah, that's got to be Specs. I didn't see Life Orb damage. That has to be Specs. To do that much to our Slow King, that's got to be Specs. Because that did more than half. Yeah. We're about to see. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. We are faster. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to Volt Switch. And yeah, that does a ton. Okay, Specs. Specs Meloetta kind of eats us up. That's not good. That is not good at all. But... okay, they switch. What one was this? This was the Arboliva. Okay. So Arboliva comes in, and we Volt out on this. That's fine. It sets up the terrain, which is not the best thing in the world, but also not terrible. What do I want to do here? Okay, I think we go into Roomba. We go into Roomba here. So we get some chip back. I think I want a Parting Shot on this. He stays. Okay. So I think we go into Dragonite here. I think we go into Dragonite here. Just because I don't want anything else to take this. And honestly, with Dragonite, so this thing's at -1. Yeah, I think I'm okay with this. Oh, that's bad. I'm not okay with that. That's actually not what I'm okay with. I'm not okay with that at all. Because that heals you completely. That's not great. I think we double. Damn, I should have went to Electrode there. I should have went into Electrode there. That's okay. We double. We go back into Roomba here. That was rough on my part. I guess I should have stayed in and hit this. Okay, Leech Seed, that makes sense. And this thing is officially going to be very annoying. This is officially going to be very, very annoying. Okay, we're going to poison jab this. What comes in here? Probably, yeah, Sandy Shocks. That's fair. I should have Iron-Headed, I guess. I should have Iron-Headed that. I'm trying to think of our end game, right? If I let this go down here. If I let this go down, Glimmora really scary. Let's Magnet Rise on the off chance he Volt Switches. I don't think he Volt Switches. Oh, we're faster. Whoa, I did not expect us to be faster. Okay, so cool. Magnet Rise did work there. So that is good at least. That Leech Seed is really freaking annoying. I think we just Poison Jab to try to get the poison on this thing. We got it. Okay, cool. We got the poison on this. That's good. I think he Volt Switches here. But he gets Rocks up. That's also bad. That is also not great. But that's okay. We got the poison, which is nice. So the Leech Seed comes through, but we get the poison off. We will get the Switch initiative, I think, on this. I think we'll get the Switch initiative on this. Do I want to keep clicking Poison Jab? Probably. I probably should have clicked Iron Head in case I flinch him. Okay. We got the crit. Okay, I was going to say, I thought that did a lot of damage. He Volt Switches. That's fine. So, this thing's really weak. So, Sandy Shock's getting 2 kills, which is hilarious because I'm pretty sure he dropped Sandy Shocks. Pretty sure he dropped Sandy Shocks this last week. So, what comes in now? We're about to see what comes in. Torn. Okay. So, Torn comes in. We don't know if this thing... We don't know what this thing is. We have no idea what this thing is. So... I think I want to go Explosion. Yeah, I think I want to go Explosion here. Let's go... If this is Scarf Torn, then, like, good on you. We've seen it U-turn. I probably should have scouted for Scarf Torn, but it's not Scarf Torn. Okay. And what comes in? Probably Sandy Shocks. He probably sacks the Sandy Shocks. Yep, makes sense. So Electrode's going to get a kill. Okay. So Electrode gets the kill. What? That is one thing that was really problematic for, in general. Down. Ooh, this is scary. I don't really have a great switch into this. So, you know what? I'm going to protect. I'm going to see what he wants to do. I'm going to try to scout to see what he wants to do. If he puts up spikes, I'll be sad. Goes for Mortal Spin. He did bring Mortal Spin. Okay. That's pretty funny. Especially because I was saying Mortal Spin is his only hazard removal. So, that means that this is not not Scarved. Yeah, Mortal Spin comes out. It's going to poison us. That makes sense. Yeah, that's unfortunate. So we are going to die to poison. I think we Terra Blast here on a switch. Oh, he didn't switch. Okay. Yeah, good. He played this really well. He Mortal Spins again. Okay. So Glimmora is going to kill this. Electrode, you did well. You did well, Electrode. You did really well. So that's actually, and this thing dies too. Ooh, so what comes in? He's got Arboliva, Meloetta. Oh, jeez. I think we go D-Knight. If Arboliva comes in, that's actually kind of an issue. Arboliva is probably the right call. Oh, Torn comes in. Okay. I'm okay with that, I think. We get to Dragon Dance here. Oh, he missed the Icy Wind. I am sorry. Dude, I am so sorry about that. Oh, that feels bad. I am so sorry about that. Oh, geez. That feels bad. Okay. He is Scarf. Oh, wow. I didn't think he would be Scarf. He is Scarf. Well, then. Okay. Dragonite gets a kill. And suddenly Dragapult becomes much scarier. Suddenly Dragapult becomes significantly scarier. But this is not Dragapult. This is the Arboliva. How much is Dragon Claw doing to... no, because it's just going to Strength Sap me. Okay, I need to calc this. This thing Strength Saps. It just puts me in a bad spot. I guess we kind of just got to hope for, like... I guess I just have to hope this does... Yeah, no, it's not going to do enough. I knew it wasn't going to do enough. Oh, that's frustrating. Oh, he just Gleams. Okay. That's not going to kill. Okay, I thought he was going to Strength Sap. I feel like Strength Sap was the play there, right? I don't know, but hey, this works. The Icy Wind puts us... Man, I should have DD'd. Oh, I should have DD'd. I thought he was going to Strength Sap, though. Okay, so D-Knight gets another kill. Arboliva is down. Pult and Meloetta left, which... Oh, Meloetta is still so scary. That Mon is so scary. Jam Sandwich. That's the Dragapult. This thing is terrifying. Dragapult is so scary. I imagine he's got to be special. This is probably Specs. Would he bring double Specs? Oh. Was not expecting that. Double Edge Pult. Okay. I need to... I mean... Man, I kind of wish I was... I kind of wish I was... Kind of wish there was booster energy right now. Yeah, I don't know. We live this. It crit! No! Oh, that's so frustrating. Okay, he's going to win there. That crit, I think, mattered. I think that crit mattered. Oh, that's so rough. I think that crit mattered. Oh, that's so rough. It happens, though. That's the game that we play. It happens. Oh, we definitely lived one of those. We definitely lived one of those. Oh, my goodness. He crit again. Yo, what is this Dragapult? This Dragapult is nuts. This Dragapult is nuts. That's gotta be banded. Oh, the double crit. Man. Oh my goodness. Well, we're gonna go down 2-0. Yo, that crit hurt. That crit hurt. I don't think we... Like... Adamant Band... with rocks has... If it's Adamant Band, it never kills. Like, with rocks. So, oh, that's so rough. Hey, it happens. GG to Gray. We're going to be 1-3. I think -6 now. This is an uphill climb. This is an uphill climb. But, hey, it's all good. We will be back next week. And, yo, go check out my opponent. He's got a ton of great content on his channel. And I'll catch y'all on the next one. Take it easy, everybody. Peace.